Advanced Residential Applications and Case Studies. Chapter 10, Questionable Property Characteristics, Case Study, page 9. Previous Appraisal Report. Although the text of this Fannie Mae 1004 URAR report form is very legible, the interior and exterior photographs are really of no use to you because the images are very poor. A follow-up phone call to your client determines that the copy they have is apparently a photocopy of the original appraisal report that had been hand scanned and saved as a PDF, and their photos are no good either. So much for getting a look at the inside of the dwelling as it was a couple of years ago. Your review of the report, facts to you, yields the following information as of approximately 2 years ago, which was the effective date of the appraisal prior to the purchase of the property. The age was 10 years old. The effective age was already 5 years. The site is 100 feet by 150 feet. The design, it's a ranch style house. The construction is wood frame. The exterior is brick veneer and fiber cement siding. The condition was good at the time. 6 total rooms, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a gross living area of 1,803 square feet. No basement. Average functional utility. Central heating and air conditioning. Insulated doors and windows, which were energy efficient items. Double carport. It was 21 feet by 21 feet. There was a front porch and a covered rear deck. It had a oven / range, microwave, dishwasher, and ice maker. It had a wood burning fireplace with wood stove blower insert. It had wood privacy fencing. It had an in-ground swimming pool, 16 feet by 38 feet. And as far as storage went, it had an attached storage at carport, 12 feet by 10 feet. Which was not included in the gross living area. The narrative portion of the report document includes information that supports the appraiser's general description that the subject improvements were in good condition as of the effective date of the original appraisal. Even though you still wish good photos of the interior were available to you, the appraiser's narrative summary gives you a good idea of the physical characteristics of the property as of the original effective date. The prior appraisal report indicates that the wall / ceiling interior surfaces were freshly painted. Floor coverings were all in good condition. Updated built-in appliances had been installed recently. The central heating and air conditioning system was 1 year old at that time, and no needed repairs or maintenance issues were noted. The appraiser references a recent home inspection performed by a licensed home inspector and states that his review of that report determined the home inspector had found no significant defects or needed repairs other than a light switch which did not function properly and a small portion of damaged masonite siding at the rear of the dwelling. End of page. Page 10. Back to the property. You decide to contact your client again in order to advise them of the activity you observed, which leads you to believe that the current owners may be gutting the house prior to eviction. When you advise the client of your concerns, they ask if you would mind driving by the property one more time in order to see if the owners are still busy removing items. You agree and make a third trip to the property. Upon arriving, the truck you observed earlier is gone, as are any signs of cabinetry, fixtures, or appliances that were previously lying around outside of the home. You see no activity, although 2 cars are still parked in the carport. Oh, there behind one of the cars appears to be a roll of carpet padding, and it does not appear to be new. That can't be good. When you return to your office, you call your client to deliver this most recent information. You tell the client that if they still want an as-is opinion of the current market value of the fee simple ownership rights of the property, then you intend to base your value opinion as on a current effective date as of your most recent third drive-by inspection of the property, and also based on certain extraordinary assumptions. The client confirms that this will be sufficient for their needs. This assignment is complex because you have not been afforded the opportunity to see with your own eyes features and characteristics that are relevant to the market value of the subject property. Since the physical characteristics of the subject property are so important, to your opinions and conclusions, you have very little information available to you as a result of your observations of the subject property. This requires you to carefully develop your information from whatever other legitimate sources / means that you can. Thus far, you have relied on a very dated MLS listing for the land only, public records at the clerk of courts and assessor's office, which are very limited as regards physical characteristics, building permits, again of limited use as to what actually was constructed, if anything. Another appraisal report from approximately 2 years earlier, and prepared by another appraiser whose work you believe to be accurate and reliable, and 3 very brief but helpful drive-by observations of the subject property. End of page. Page 11. What do you know to be true? Please know everything that you know to be true about the physical characteristics of the subject property. I know from the outside the landscaping isn't being kept up. The outside shows the home is dated. And that's pretty much it. Everything else is based off of other stuff. You can't say for 100%. Page 12. What you know to be true. You know the home is 12 years old. The site is 100 feet by 150 feet. That it is a ranch-style dwelling. It's wood frame construction. Poured concrete slab foundation. Brick veneer and masonite siding exterior. There's a front stoop, insulated doors and windows, wood privacy fence, and an attached storage and carport. End of page.